Okay, can you hear me? There we go. I think I'm recording now. Okay, so when I emailed you this, I've given you the URL to log into the system and the username and password. We are required to change the password every 30 to 60 days. I don't remember what it is. So we just up the number one. Like right now, it's I prefer Senegal people, good ones grow on trees 4A. If the next time you're saying your password's wrong, just make it 5A. That's just what we're all doing. Okay, so we log in. Previous searches is where you need to go. What we're going to do is we're going to merge and purge some searches. We have a $50 minimum when we're pulling a list. The date of birth records are 1 cent a piece, so you're trying to hit 5,000 so that we're not paying extra for the data. The age records are 0.7 cents a piece, so you've got about 7,200 you're trying to get out without having to pay too much for the data. All right, so this is our second list direct order tracking. This is in the MSPM Dropbox. You will occasionally see multiples here. Just go with the one that's the newest, and we'll try to keep track of those and keep the second ones off. All right, this is the information that I've requested be put in. It helps with pulling data. It helps with when I have to go in and get to load the LMS. I have a couple of things that need to be done. We've talked about all of that. So we start with the date, of course. You need to know what's going on. The PO number. This is always blank on this page. The piece type, zips or county. Those are all important for just knowing how when the count pulls, when you get to it in List Direct, you'll be able to see a little bit more what's going on. Age versus date of birth, the search number, which is here. The search description, which as you can see, we are naming them things that need to be pulled. It will default to just this generic here. So one way that we're doing that we're renaming them are the ones most likely to be used, or to be able to distinguish between them if we've sent multiple counts to people. Okay, so the number of records in the search, I like to total this so that I know when I'm running the merge and purge how many records are supposed to show up when I'm done. This is the number of records needed. This is the state these are in. You'll see why that's important. If there's anything special, like where exactly within that count are you supposed to pull the records, if there's a list necessary, the rep so that you know to contact if there's a problem. We'll put in the suppression here, and I need the agent ID for all the orders put in. Okay, so when you merge and purge these, what's going to happen, and I'm throwing an age in with the date of birth because I was having a lot of problems pulling the age data for today. So I pulled it out and I'm throwing it in with this one. It is going to cost us slightly more, but we're going to pay a penny a record for these 1,000 instead of the 0.7 cents. So I mean, it's just a couple bucks. All right, so when you merge and purge these, they are going to do alphabetical order by the state. So I just, from the start, I go in and I just sort them by the state. All right, so back to the List Direct. Merge and purge searches. You can only see 10. If you need to see more, you can go up to 50. If any of these numbers are more than 50 behind where we are currently running, you are not going to be able to, you're going to have to go back and rerun them. Now, this Kathleen Grayberg, I have already, well, here, let's go ahead and pull up our 50. Hit find, and now you have 50 searches back. I have already redone Catherine, the Grayberg, because that was one of the problems I was having. So 2621 is actually what we're looking at here. All right, so now go ahead and that's one we need. 2638. Chad Mall, Montana. There we go. 2596. I suppose you could put these in order, numerical first. And I'm just going to go ahead and do it this way. So there's our okay, so I did not rename this one. That makes me wonder that there's a typo. Well, we'll try it and we'll see what happens. Okay, and then 2610. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 POs. 1, 2, or this was all going to be on one count. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so then we continue. We pull the data one per address. Some of the counts are ran with one per address. Some of them are one per household because that's what it defaults to and people forget. It usually doesn't make a very big difference. So I go ahead and I switch it over so we don't have 2 people in the household getting mailed the same day. We do the 2-dimensional matrix report. This is how we get to the key code where we can put in the PO number. And if you do breakdown by geography, you do not get that option. Next. All right, so when you do a 2-dimensional breakdown, they need to know what 2 dimensions you would like to use. Usually, I can do county. And yes, it does take that long below sometimes. Because we have zips and counties in here, I'll go by county and zip code. If they were all counties or all zips or something, you could probably do that as state, just to simplify the way it looks. But either way, it's going to work. At the top is my email. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have a hard time recording without the phone going off. This is my Gmail account. If you need to have this report sent to you, you can just put your email address up there. I changed the search description as whatever I want it to be. That's just going to be the subject line of your email. All right, so there we go, and submit. Okay, so then you go to your previous searches. Sometimes under the number of records, it will say running. You can't do anything with it until it's done running. So you just have to keep reloading the page. But this one came out fine. All right, so here's my thing. My numbers don't match. That's because I don't need the same count twice. So 7190, 7187. We have a match. Now the report that I was telling you about that you can have emailed to you, it just comes through like this, and what it is an Excel spreadsheet of what you're going to be ordering from. And I've got my Excel all broken up down here. So it just breaks out. This is what it's going to look like when we go into order. So if you ever have any questions, I have referred back to these several times. So you might want to use it, you might not want to. Okay, so we're not saying running here. It sounds like we are ready to order. See, looks the same as that spreadsheet we were doing. Okay, so the number to keep track of is the 7187 is how many records are in the search to pull from. We're only going to need 5,179 of those, and as we move on, it'll keep a running total for you. So place order. We want to pull from that matrix report because if we don't get the key code. Since none of these need a list, we can go ahead with the one-time use. All right, so the first PO is Catherine Grayberg. She is in Colorado. She needs any random, and I put this in so I know that it's any random in Montrose County, so I will have to change the way I do things. So you can just put in your PO number here, tell it how many records you want. So what used to be 7190 or 87 has dropped records because we didn't take the 514 that were left over in Montrose. Okay, so I like to mark these when they're done just so I can keep track. Here is Chad Mall. He has 679 records in Montana. So, and it was ran by Zips, so we're going to have these all split out in all kinds of different counties. So there's 20, 10, 649. So that gives us 679. So our number at the bottom is not going to change here because we didn't take any records out. Okay, so we've got Chad Mall is done. Our next order is Rob Jacobs in New Jersey, and he is ordering 1,500 records between Monmouth and Ocean. Okay, so apparently, oh, he changed that from 1,000 to 1,500. I didn't change it in the thing. Okay, so we need 1,500 records. Let's go ahead and take all of Monmouth. Was that 725? So I need 825 here. Yeah, wait. I need 1,500. So let's just do 700 here and 800 here. Okay, so again, our number at the bottom is not going to change because, well, it's going to drop a little. We did take a few, there will be 50 less now, so this number has dropped 50. Okay, so next is PO, see, because I'm the one pulling the data, I don't worry about making it right because I know what I need. I will have to fix that. Next, we need Midwest Senior Select. Now, this one's kind of a mess, and this is not the way you're going to normally see it. There are a total of 3,447 records. They want a random 1,000 for each PO. There's 2 different agents that they're mailing for in these zip codes. There are 2 ways to do this. We can sit here and go in and create random PO numbers or random zip codes, splitting them out. Actually, I could pull 1,000 from Milwaukee County and 1,000 from Waukesha. Okay, so Oshkosh has 102 records. I'm not going to pull any from there for them. Now, these are decisions I'm making because I put it in the order. And I didn't know how else to do this. It was a big pain in the patootie. Okay, I'm not going to deal with a county that has 7 or 13. Actually, let's take that out too. It will help. Okay, so I've got, just stay out of the counties. And I don't necessarily want to pull just from all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to put in PO numbers. I'm going to pull 1,000 from here, and then I'm going to manually make a mess of them before I send them to you. And I will figure out a better way to do this moving forward. I was going to just separate them and pull them at 2 separate times, but I'm concerned that I was concerned that it might be a while, and they're ordered at the same time, so they need to be sent at the same time. Okay, so we needed a total of 5,179 records. We have 5,537, so something has not been zeroed out. That's a 0. There we go. And we have 5,179 records. Our total we figured here, and the total that's right there. So Then we hit submit. I make this a zip format. You can leave it executable. It's your call. Special layout. You have to pick your layout. This is where you put in, if it's a list, you can pull the telephone, make sure the telephone numbers are included. This is where I put in the walk sequence. Okay, now because I use the quick filter over here, it won't let me find anything else until I've added this and reset it, you know. So you can look through, this is what the output file is going to look like. All right, walk sequence is included, so there we go. For mortgages, that's where you make sure the lender name and amount and mortgage amount are in there. So we're good. Hit continue. We're getting 5,179 records. They're a penny a piece, so that makes sense with the $51.79. And continue. This is just another verification. You have to click the I accept the license agreement above, and you confirm. Okay, this number right here is what we need for the suppressions when we run counts. So I then copy it and paste it into here for all the orders pulled on there. All right, I don't need to mark these anymore. And I cut them out of this page and put them on the done page. And then, you know, I'm a little anal, so just gonna clean this up. We're gonna save it. Ooh, looks like there's a list we can probably go ahead and pull, but that's where we are for now. And then I also, because I'm emailing it to you, do this, but you don't have to. That is your call. Okay, so we save this. Make sure I've got everything. Okay. And in that same Dropbox folder, there's a charges for list direct spreadsheet. This is just to keep track for Bob, and well, and it's also a place where we can, if we're starting a new count, we know where to put the what suppressions to add in. So, ooh, I forgot I did that. Hold on. This is our count number. So if you click here, it's just going to take you back to where you begin begin a count. If you go to previous orders, it gives you all of these numbers, so you know what's going on. Actually, I think I've been writing that as. Oop. Learning to type would have helped when I started this job. Okay, so then we just save that. From here, you go to download orders. We know it's this one because just the date and time of when this has been done. Download, open, and it is the name of the count, the order, plus the underscore up. So, I mean, you can get in there and do whatever you need if any of that ever helps you, but I just do this one. And then I save it as because of the way that I've had to refer back to these at times, I have started keeping the order number and the PO numbers all in the name. It is not, you know, since I'm not going to have access to any counts you pull, I don't know that it's relevant. So you can figure that out on your own. And I will just have to ask you whenever I need any of that data. So there we go. And we do have people that order the mailing lists without the phone numbers, so we pull it from there. And we have a couple of CSV files that we need to have age and incomes in, so we have to go back to this raw data to get it. All right, so that's it. It's how to pull account. And I'm sure there are going to be other videos because this one was with those Wisconsin zip codes. That's not quite normal. But I'm going to dig through this so that I can get PO numbers put in it for you. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.